Down the left side, right?
Yeah.
I put the alarm, but I put AM instead of PM. لا بس تبعته ساعة ونص. Okay, I just hope the internet will work.
Is the city attorney on his way? And super low.
I don't have my
It's usually the
chargers.
mayor's laptop that does it.
It's
I
working.
need to change my password. Maybe I'll bring it back
So,
sometime.
review stuff.
We tweaked the Wi-Fi again, we're trying to get it to work better.
I think we need to add that Starlink. Add that Starlink.
All right, are we ready? All right, hello everyone. I call this meeting of Hamtramck City Council to order. Today is Tuesday, March 11, 2025, and it's 6:06 p.m. Would the clerk call the rules, please?
Councilman Rafai,
Present.
Councilman Musa,
Present.
Councilman Sidman,
Present.
Councilman Hood,
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Present.
Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any community announcement?
We do. Just want to remind everyone that the property auction has begun as of yesterday. It will go to the 31st, and then the bid openings will be on 4/1. So, and the bids can be dropped off at the clerk's office, and you can also find it posted online. Do you have,
Applications can be picked up at the CED counter, which is in the mezzanine. They can pick up applications there, complete the application, put them in an envelope, drop them off at the clerk's office.
perfect, thank you, that's all, Mayor.
Did you want to add
Thank
something?
If I could, there's printed applications on the table outside if anyone wants them. And I apologize, Max, we had to adjust the date because City Hall is closed on the 31st, so the dates are pushed back just one day. It closes the
Yeah,
first.
Eid holiday.
Actually, if you don't, you want to give a quick update on the tinder cut stuff, or the combo cut stuff that you sent me?
Oh, sure. Right,
Just
right.
real quick.
We have been working with our new contractor, Progressive Companies, to come up with a community engagement strategy for the alley activation west of Joseph Campo between Hope Park and Kniff. And that's gonna take place in two parts. At the end of this month, we're contacting a stakeholder group of people who own property or businesses directly adjacent to the alleyway. And then the first couple weeks of April, there will be some public events, open house at the library, and a walkthrough of the alleyway to look at different enhancements like the traffic calming measures we've talked about. So those will be advertised more on the city Facebook soon. And I just sent to Max an update to council with those materials. So there'll be more coming on that soon, but want to encourage everyone to attend, in particular the public sessions. It'll be great to get everyone's
March
input.
19th from 5 to 6, March 26th from 5 to 6, April 3rd, the public open house from 5 to 7, April 7th, the stakeholder survey response is due, and April 9th, the walking audit from 10 to 5. And all that'll be
Yep.
posted as well. Isabel's office is working on translating, and actually the chief's helping with some of the translations.
We're excited. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, no more announcements?
Yes,
You have one?
yes,
Go ahead.
and I am very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And actually, I am here to present the mayor, Inspector Adil Ali, from the International Institute of Metropolitan Detroit.
Would that be under public
No,
comment?
Yeah, that's not an announcement.
Yeah,
I told you
so-
I'll call
so
you
the
when you're
next-
ready.
Yeah, the next section will be the public comment. That's when you can do that, and make sure you
She
have.
filled one out, I already
Okay,
explained
I
it to her.
already did.
yeah, that's when you did it.
That's when you say announcement,
Oh.
that's what I want to announce.
Yeah, thank you. So I appreciate that, and with that, I think we move to the next section, proclamations, recognitions, and presentations, and we have one proclamation recognizing the observance of the holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem to everyone, no need to read that. And then, do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes,
Go ahead.
when I'm here, you missed me maybe last council meeting.
Oh,
Adding,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'd like to add the resolution
Mhm.
for discussion about the cleanup in front of house, street or business. Normally after snow, we always does that, but we want to remind the residents and business owner. So resolution as a discussion.
So you don't wanna just state it as a announcement, you wanna discuss it?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
So there's
That's why it's coming resolution as a discussion.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
G.
there is already one in the works, the beautification commission is already planning it.
Mhm.
Okay, so just one, put it there.
Oh, well, it's
Yeah.
a motion, is
the
there,
motion,
is
yep.
there a second?
Yeah.
I'll second.
All right,
Wanna vote on it?
all right. You can go ahead and vote on that.
Councilman Fai,
Yes.
Councilman Iman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, addition to the new, new business G, discussion regarding curb cleanup.
All right, so that would be G added. All right. No more additions or deletions?
No, sir.
All right, next we move to the
No,
public.
I need to, agenda approval.
Yeah,
as a-
approval
As
as
amended.
amended.
Like to make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections?
No.
All right. So agenda as amended, approved. And we move to the public comment section, please.
I have Abraham Al-Jahim, 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council, City Manager, City Attorney, Chief, and Clerk. I'm here and I just want to congratulate our mayor on his new position, hopefully in January of 2025. We'll say that we hope that you stay here. We're going to miss your leadership. And what have you've been, here, almost 3 years? You've done a great job. The community is all together behind you. I'm talking about Hamtramck community as a whole. And we thank you for your leadership. We will miss you. The last thing I wanted is for you to leave the city because we wanted you for 2 more terms. But hopefully the next candidate will be the right person. A person with a degree, a person that lives in the city of Hamtramck, a person that gives back to the community, a person with experience. And that's what I wanted to say today. But also I want to add, if the clerk or city manager need help from the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office or the State Attorney General, the Honorable Dana Nassau, or even the governor to step in, this election is going to be crazy. You're going to have people to run, probably 3, 4 candidates for mayor. maybe 10, 12 candidates for council, and I can guarantee you that half do not live in the city of Hamtramck. And we have this history in Hamtramck that, hey, coming for the city of Hamtramck, and you'll get away with it. There was emails that was sent, nothing is done. People have spoken against it, nothing is done. So this word is to the city manager, the city attorney, and the city clerk. For the police chief, it will be a conflict of interest because you guys hired him and he can't do nothing about it. But if you guys need help from the Wayne County or the state or even the federal, that doesn't mean that Trump is your friend, that he's going to protect you. No. Trump will send the FBI over here. He will send Patel if somebody's doing something illegal. So please, this election, Mr. Manager, City Attorney, and Clerk, take it very serious. We're sick and tired of people coming to the city, running for office that do not live in the city. We're just tired. Thank you, and God bless America.
Thank you. Is it Nada Dalgamuni?
Yes.
Okay. 3 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem. I am here with the good news.
No,
You have been,
a bit close to the microphone, thank you.
okay.
It's good.
The mayor is a success story that's signed by the University of Jordan, the Ministry of Education. It's initiated by the International Institute of Metropolitan Detroit and the World in America. The International Institute, yes, he deserves that. And he's a great success story, not for just Hamtramck, not for Michigan, not for the United States of America. It's the world together. 123 different cultures under the International Institute, and that is what we would like to award you first with the certificate of achievement. Dr. Amir.
Maybe she can
Right.
come. Maybe you can come here and I'll see that. We'll take a picture of that. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can hold it like that.
That is for the
Max
International
doesn't take the
Institute.
picture yet.
I gotta take it, so.
Oh,
You can take it down.
yeah, we can-
And this is from the Ministry of Culture,
Claire.
the University of Jordan, and many other organizations here, and you deserve it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's get a Claire on that side.
Just get them from here, bring him later.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
Congratulations
it.
in your position.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
you
it.
very much.
Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Blasey?
Thank you for having me. By the way, I am a Nobel Peace Prize nominee.
Thank you.
3
Nada.
times.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mayor and Council. I have just a couple comments about the agenda items. With Resolution 2025-25A, I am curious what the cost savings would be to change the number of precincts we have. With Resolution 2025-26, I support this grant, and I'm really excited to see development of parking and access roads, and those potholes are crazy over there by Veterans Park. I also support resolutions 25, 29, and 30 relating to the Goodson alley and reconstruction and the road improvements down there. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Abdulaziz?
Assalamu alaikum. Salam Barak. Good evening, everyone. My name is Abdulaziz Jobah. I live in Hamtramck for 3 decades or more. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our honorable Mayor, Dr. Ghalib. And I thank everyone here, City Council, City Manager, City Attorney, city clerk, everyone here for your service. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, that's all for public comment.
Thank you. All right, we move to the consent agenda. This is approved in a single motion with no discussion. And we have approval of minutes from the February 25, 2025 regular city council meeting. Approval of invoice register date ending March 11, 2025. And C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending March 11, 2025.
Motion? Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections?
No.
All right, thank you. Next is the public hearing. We have resolution 2025-24, resolution finding proposed NEZ consistent with city goals and master plan and adopting goal and policy statement relative to the proposed NEZ.
Motion? Second.
That's to open the hearing.
6:19.
I'm sorry?
6:19.
Hearing, 6:19.
Do we have,
Hello, again, Mayor and Council. My only concerns related to this change is, it mentions that taxes will be reduced for 15 years. And knowing how even residents who purchase properties and the taxes go up, I'm just curious if there's been a thought-out plan to like ease that tax increase back in, or if it's gonna be sudden and how that's gonna be communicated to affected residents, and if they know going in what that increase is gonna look like, 15 years down the road. And then just making sure that all communication about this is equitable with language access to the different languages spoken in our city, and that's all.
Abraham, did you want to talk on the public hearing?
No.
Okay. That's all for public hearing, for public comment during public hearing, so if we can get a motion.
I motion, close.
Second.
6:21.
And, so if you guys want to discuss.
any further discussion by the
No, sir.
council?
Okay, Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2025-24 approved.
Thank you. All right. Next, we move to the new business. We have the first resolution 2025-25A, approving first reading and setting the date for the public hearing and second reading of City of Hamtramck election ordinance text amendment to chapter 35.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, this is proposed by our clerk. It's basically just trying to get rid of redundant staff. It's not actually changing locations, but I'll let her continue.
So we currently have 7 precincts. We have 1 at the Hamtramck Housing Commission, which is gonna be untouched. Okay, so that's gonna always stay there, same residents will be there. We have 2 separate locations, 3 precincts at the community center and 3 precincts at Senior Plaza. In 2022, during the general election, there was a lot of votes that were, a vote that changed a lot of the election rules. And one of the election rules that changed was the minimum requirement of registered voters per precinct used to be 2,999 per precinct. But because there are so many different options of voting now, and less people at the precincts going to vote with absentee ballots and whatnot, they pushed up the number to 4,999 per precinct. So that way it would be, like as Lynn was asking, a lot less expense on the city, less machines, less employees, less testing materials, so it'll be a less reduction of the budget. So anybody who votes currently at community center will continue to vote at the community center, but instead of 3 separate precincts, there'll be 2 precincts. So you'll either go to precinct 2 or 3, and then at the senior plaza, it would be 4 and 5 as opposed to 5, 6, and 7. I can show you the maps.
So you're adding more
So
We're
services?
not adding.
eliminating.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Consolidating.
I'm sorry, Councilman Mahmoud, what did you wanna ask?
No, I say eliminating precinct from the what is called?
One precinct from the community center and one precinct from the senior plaza. So, community center is 2, 3, and 4.
Mhm.
We're gonna take 2, 3, and 4, instead of having 3 precincts, we're gonna have 2 precincts. Same thing with the senior plaza, take the 3 precincts, just split them into 2 precincts instead. So it won't be as congested, there'll be less needed equipment, and it's feasible, it works for the city.
Consolidating efforts.
Yeah, so, I'm sorry, Councilman
No,
Hassan?
say something, eliminating and consolidating, that's
Yeah,
good. Okay.
consolidating, yeah. So currently,
We're good,
I'm sorry,
it's okay, go ahead.
you're good, you don't wanna see this, you're saying?
No,
We know
you can
that,
explain.
we don't have.
We'd like to see.
No problem, you don't have to see it. Do you wanna vote, or does anybody else have any?
Yeah, go ahead, we wanna see it.
Well, they like to see it.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Here's the map as it is. As you can see, I said precinct 1 will not change. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can, on the laptop, put 2 maps close to each other. But 2, 3, and 4, you can see how they're cut off in this location right here, so 2, 3, and 4 will be, still the line will be right there, but instead of 2 and 3 being separated, there'll be a line going up this street right here. Same thing with 5, 6, and 7, instead of 5, 6, and 7, it'll be 2 separate precincts, and I will show you the new one, which would be make a lot more sense, because it's colored. So that's how the new precincts will be lined up, so everybody will still be in the same locations. Do you have any questions?
That's fine,
Yeah,
thank you.
no problem.
From the 7, you make 5.
Correct, yeah. So also, this is just the first reading, so the public hearing will be at the end of the month on the 25th. And then, all new identification cards will be mailed out, it'll be in the newspaper, so we'll push it out to the residents that there'll be a change in the precinct number. But like I said, no confusion, because the locations stay the same.
Right.
There'll be somebody at the front doors, let them know which location to vote at.
All right,
Any questions?
Oh, man.
Any
Nope.
vote?
no, yeah, go ahead.
Vote. Councilman Hassan,
yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 25A approved.
Thank you. Next is Resolution 2025-26, approving award of the 2025 Veteran Park parking lots and access road MEDC grant engineering design and bidding.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, as you know, we have grants to do the parking lots and the road. And as always, we bring those in a series. But this is a rather large project, with $2 million worth, and we need to get moving on it if we want to get it done this summer. And Tiffany's here to speak a little bit more on it. But it's basically the approval of all the engineering and the prep costs to get it rolling and get it bid out.
Yep, so, here to present the proposal for the topographic survey, engineering design of the 2 parking lots and access road at Veterans Park. As Max stated, it'll be funded through the $2 million grant that you approved on February 25th of this year. So our plan is to be out to bid by June 15th, 2025.
All right. All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes,
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2025-26 approved.
Thank you. Next is Resolution 2025-27, approving the renewal of the Diligent Corporation Software Services Agreement for the 2025-26 term.
Motion. Second.
Mr. Mayor, we really didn't actually need to bring this to the council, but we wanted to do it for transparency purposes, to let everyone know what's going on. Currently, we use board docs for our council and agenda. The parent company is Diligent. Diligent is doing away with the existing board docs and going to a new format. And of course, with anything new, there's more of a cost, but it is quite the nice platform we're switching to. Rhonda, you have anything else to add to that?
No, it's similar to our current board docs. You'll just, once it's refreshed, because I think by the end of this month, we have to sign a contract with the new one, because they won't renew, we can't continue to be on board docs, so you'll have to learn the new system as well, and it's not that difficult. So we are doing training to sort of know the whereabouts of the website, so if you guys have any questions once it's launched, I think there's sort of like a transition. So if you have any questions, we'll be able to help you as much as we can also.
Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, what's a different cost from the previous?
Well, the cost now is $5,000 a year. So I don't know if you recall how much board docs is, and are you sure it's even more?
It may be pretty close, but
Yeah.
I'd have to check, but I doubt it's cheaper. Any new product is
Not
gonna
gonna
have a
cheaper.
little bit more price tag, but we're kinda pigeonholed into it. It's what we're using now, it's what we're switching to. All our data's gonna get migrated, just like any technology, they kinda got us, so, there's not too much we can do about it. But we did preview the new platform, and it's pretty nice, so I'm not gonna lie, it is an upgrade.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Councilman El-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2025-27 approved.
Thank you. The next one is Resolution 2025-28, accepting election security grant from the state of Michigan.
Motion?
Second.
This one's another Rana. She actually applied for this some time ago. It's an older grant, but we're just finally bringing it to fruition. Rana, you have anything to add to
Yeah,
that?
so sometimes the state offers us like reimbursement programs and grants for the election. A lot of federal elections, they pay things for us like employment or early voting costs. So this one in particular was an election security grant from the state of Michigan, and they gave us, I believe it was a total of $1,500 per precinct to use for security. We bought new laptops with that. We've been using them for the past 2 years. It wasn't until they just paid us for that grant, so that's what the acceptance is.
Thank you. We can go ahead and vote.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman El-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2025-28 approved.
Thank you. Next is Resolution 2025-29, approval of the 2025 sewer repair, modification of drainage system and alley resurface repair of the South Goodson Alley, and contract extension to Dominique Gilliu Construction.
Motion? Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have John and Tiffany here to explain more in detail, but generally speaking, this is part of the overhaul of Veterans Park. We just talked about doing the lots and the roadway in. Well, this is the northern border of that park. We're also gonna be redoing the drainage and adding catch basins and a whole bunch of other stuff along the way there. Tiffany and John, did I miss anything?
No, so look, there's some needed sewer repair in that area, so it's a great time to go in there, reconstruct the alley at the same time, just as, to kind of do it as a package deal. So for this one, we want to extend it to the current contractor that we've been using throughout the city that has performed very well, Dominic Gagliano, so.
I might add too that this one isn't grant funded, this one is out of city resources. But the reason I say that is because the other grants we have to bid out because they all are grant funded. We don't have to do that specifically on this one, that's why we can extend the current contractor, which also speeds up the process, and frankly, Dominic Gagliano's been doing a really good job with the alleys. So in order to make everything come together cohesively in Veterans Park this summer with all the stuff we got going on, including finally the bathroom renovations, we're trying to time it all just precisely, so.
Mr. Mayor, how much extension are you looking at?
525?
Yeah, about
Thousand?
520.
Yeah, it is out of sewer and water, it's not a general fund, it's just not a grant fund. It's not a general fund burden.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
just to clarify, so that's the South Goodson, that's behind Yemen Cafe, correct?
That is correct. It's the one that runs the border, the northern border of Veterans Park all the way back. It's gonna be actually a significant upgrade for the park as well. The community is gonna notice the difference, it's gonna open it up, it's gonna make it look a lot more beautiful.
What's the timeline to start working on that?
So our plan on this one is to, I think we said we were gonna try and start a construction date of July 15th approximately.
Okay, all right. Any other questions?
Major renovations.
One more question, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
Is it the same company that's gonna do the rest of the alleys?
Yes.
So he's the one that's been doing the alleys recently, so the alleys that were done in 23 and 24, Dominic did those.
Well, the ones that, the next phase that we're doing.
So those we have to bid out because that's under that $1.5 million grant, so we have the 9 alleys currently being surveyed right now, so then we'll move into design, then I do have to put those out to bid because they are under a grant.
He may get them.
So if
I'm
he-
sure he'll bid.
Yeah,
Answer is no.
He's aware of them, and I'll make sure to send him the invitation to bid as soon as
Okay.
we post it, so he's aware and he can bid on that. And I know he's interested in it, but we can't just award, because it's under grant funds, we can't just award the contract to a contractor. We
Well,
have to
I know that.
bid
The
it.
reason I'm asking you, because if he's gonna do this job,
Mhm.
that means how long will it take for him to finish the rest of the 9? We don't wanna, wait until the winter. That's my point.
If he got the bid, he got the time.
Yeah, he'll understand that, so he's aware.
All right.
If we time it properly, I mean, we might already have him here moving into it, so, I mean, we're trying to
Because we're
get everything
doing, we're
going.
doing 2 more alleys not far from it, so,
We'll find it.
and they're big alleys. So I'm just hoping that we're able to do all the 9 that we have in this phase for the winter. That's it.
Understood.
That's the plan.
That's our plan, yep. So we're currently surveying, like I said, and design is up next, and I think we planned on getting those out to bid. I don't remember the exact date I said, so I wanna say that end of April, but don't quote me on that.
All right.
All right, thank you. Go ahead and vote.
Councilman Russo,
Yes.
Councilman Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes,
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2025-29 approved.
Thank you. Next is resolution 2025-30, approving award of the 2025 South Goodson Alley east of Joseph Campo to Veteran Park Engineering Design.
Motion?
Second.
This is the companion resolution to the one we just spoke on for Hennessy to get it all done.
All right. Can we vote on that, please?
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Russo,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
yes,
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2025-30 approved.
Thank you. Then the added resolution for discussion, G, which is discussing the cleanup of the curbs and in front of the storefronts.
offer,
Second.
All right.
Mr.
Councilman
Chair.
Hassan, go ahead.
Actually, this is very good idea. Normally, Councilman Sumari and Councilman Naeem and with other volunteers together, they used to go as a group, as a volunteer invite, and like a different day, clean the different section. And that is the good thing. First of all, we like to request to the owner in the house or business, they should do themselves. And the carp and other thing, any volunteer, any organization, anybody personally take the step ahead, gathering the people, the clean, and that's the good idea. That's why we brought it, to remind everybody. After snow is happened, normally, snow time everybody throw here, there. When snow go, it is show up. So that's why, as a good idea, I think Councilman Sumari also called me this morning. I forget. So myself, I try to do one day. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I just wants to find out, what's the city plan for sweeping this street? When are you guys starting the fall cleanup?
That
Or
actually-
spring cleanup, sorry.
That's in the plans right now. I don't actually have details. Isabel, do you have any more to add to that? Beautification commission's on
Because
it.
I think we don't do a good job in the fall cleanup. There are many street was leaf and everything all over.
I can't speak to street sweeping, but the beautification commission is, per the city ordinance, is charged with organizing the annual cleanup, so they're planning one, to coincide in April is when usually it occurs. sometimes we don't have snow that is all the melted, so April's still their target date. And of course, more than one annual cleanup, is definitely something that we need, so. We'll have an announcement and information about that very soon.
Yeah, as far as the street sweepers are concerned, we don't run them in the winter, for obvious reasons. They do have water in them, so.
Oh, definitely not winter.
Yeah, as it starts to warm up, you'll start seeing the sweepers out and about again.
It don't have to be which month. As soon as you see the warm, and if city have everything ready, if city have employee, they can go and, run around and sweep and come back.
I've already been urging
Planning?
them to get moving, and
Okay.
planning. It's already all happening behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
that's why we buy the equipment.
Councilman Musa, go ahead.
I'd like to know, some people also, citizen roads, want to know. We have a tree trimming or dead tree gonna remove, or some of the bad tree also. Do you have any plan for recently?
Yeah, all summer long, Councilman. We put them on the list, and then when the company fires up and starts getting out there, they start checking them off the list. But if you have complaints, as always, bring them to us. We'll put them on the list, but,
I put twice last season. It doesn't touch up those trees. I don't know what's going on.
It's possible sometimes, Councilman, they do come out and they trim them. Who we're using now is an actual certified arborist, so a lot of times they'll come out there and say, hey, this tree's healthy, even though the resident may just want it gone. So they trim it a little and then they leave, and the resident's like, why is our tree still here? So we get a lot of that. If you wanna give me the address of which ones they are, I'll
give you that,
definitely
it's
check.
not cutting, the branch come very down.
Okay, well, after the meeting, give me the address on that one and I'll
Thank
get
you.
you an answer tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Councilman Sumaya.
I got a question. City, they got a lot of trash. We mentioned for that one many years. A lot of trash. Why they don't make the city code enforcement when they have a lot of trash, bring a letter from the business people in the house? This is a letter. They have a trash, close his house, close the business. I see the trash all over the city. We just wait for the people to mention they have a lot of trash. How many people we ask the police, can you stay a little bit, close the business people? People, they take drinking something, they throw out. We didn't catch anyone.
So,
We mentioned for that one many years. I need one time, catch one person, and they got 1,000 people. They throw out in the street. If they go to a restaurant, if they go to a supermarket, they see the parking lot, they see the street, a lot of trash. How long they gonna clean that one?
So, are you talking about holding the businesses accountable
Count
for
on the
patrons?
business and the resident street.
So, code is actively out there, dealing with residents and businesses, their property specifically. We're doing that every day. In fact, I just had one yesterday of a commercial property of someone reaching out to me in regards to needing a little bit of time to get it clean. So, I know that's happening every day. Are you talking about just general people littering too, where the PD can
People,
issue
people
citations?
they throw out in the street. Do you drive around in the city?
Do
You
I?
drive around?
Absolutely.
You don't see any trash in the street?
I see things that need to be addressed all over the place that I frequently have our code address, but frankly, there's a lot of areas. This is why our code is so diligent in issuing so many warnings and violations. But quite frequently, as quickly as we issue them, as quickly as people complain that we do issue them. So, it's kind of a double-edged sword. So, if you have some specific areas you want us to focus on, we're happy to do it, but we are constantly issuing warnings and tickets out for just that, every day. But if there's a specific area, I know of some troubling businesses specifically that we've had to deal with over and over, several on Campo that have had tickets. And I've also had councilmen advocate for them as well, after we've issued them.
Campo and Conant and Kniff and Holbrook and the whole the city. They got a lot of trash. When they go blow air, you see the trash in the blowout. Trash.
I personally went into.
Trash is not a dirt. Dirt they blow out.
I've
And they get a
personally-
lot of trash. The
Personally
whole
went
the
into
city.
one of the hookah places and asked them numerous times personally to clean up around their business.
Well,
One
I
in
think
particular.
we should suggest that every business is responsible to clean up in front of their store. You know, even this, you know, not just
Street.
the sidewalk, even the curb, you know, behind the curb. So every day we should send a letter, to, you know, to educate those business owners that the code enforcement will be passing every day at so-and-so time, and if this area is not clean, you will be issued a ticket. So that way, every day they will look clean in front of their stores and make sure that everything is okay, because some of the businesses are really negligent. You can't, you know, it's horrible how you see in front of their store the whole day and they don't take care of it. So same thing for the residents, you know, if there's a minor thing, that's okay, but if there's a lot of trash, they should be issued not just a warning, but a violation as well. I think we should make that, you know, just like you know, one of our codes, like, you know,
I
we
think
should discuss this in another.
We
maybe
do
another-
it, Mayor, 100%. And we find that it's a lot of the same offenders getting tickets over and over. Like I was telling Councilman Samari, I've personally went in to some of these businesses and said, hey, why don't you get one of your employees to routinely come out here a couple times a day, because you know it's your patrons throwing it there, and as a business owner, you're responsible for this, and we've also cited them. It's just a constant thing. I don't know why the business owners don't care that much, because a lot of them don't. And we absolutely are citing them, but if there's a couple that come to mind specifically, I'm happy to pay them a visit even personally, and if they don't listen, we'll cite them again. But a lot of the ones that will come to mind, I promise you, we have done.
Okay.
I do have one, there's a resident who has, I mean, probably a lot of people will recognize it, but who has a bunch of trash on his property and all over his property. And recently I got the judge to rule, basically, he has 9 days are almost up to clean it up, or else he goes to jail for 90 days. So hoping he cleans it up before the.
At Hamtramck, they just wait for money aggravation, come from outside to help the city to clean up.
Well, I think if we prioritize these things and, you know, stay away from spending so much time of discussing non-relevant issues, you know, and you know, that has to do with each other, we could, you know, come up with some regulations and we could focus on these priorities for the residents. And I think this is a good step, you know, that this is a good start that Councilman Hassan, you know, brought, that we should discuss these issues that concerns the residents. And we should come up with, you know, some resolutions or instructions to the code enforcement and go from there.
So a couple come to mind, and they're corporations, so I don't care if I throw them under the bus, but CVS is a constant offender with their parking lot. I cannot tell you how many times a year we go there and look for someone in there to cite, literally. Where we find ourselves citing the managers, sending them to the corporate officials, same with the dollar store over there. It's redundant. It's literally over and over and over, and we keep citing them. So, but I don't know if it just gets lost in the mix on their end, but it seems to work for a moment when we cite one of their managers, and then all of a sudden they run out there and clean it. But it's almost like, you know, they get a new manager every couple of months, and you got to redo it.
Mr. Chair, one more.
Councilman Rafai, and then
To add to the mayor, as he stated, that why not send a letter and you can design a photo or 3D shows where they're supposed to clean up, like he mentioned, the curbs where in the cars park, because there's a lot of trash over there. So I think sending a letter to these businesses with the water bill, or we can have one of our employees go there and just pass them out, and we'll show details where they're supposed to be clean in front of their businesses.
Councilman, we are so far beyond that. We've done that so many times, it's ad nauseum at this point. They know better. We're to the point where we just ticket them because they know what they're supposed to do. I have personally went into some of these as the city manager and told them. A lot of them just don't care. It's over and over. Just like I said, CVS, you know, they'll have a manager and then they get a new manager. And it's just like we waste so much of city resources over and over and over. They should know at this point, just clean up your mess. All the city businesses should take ownership of their property, whether they think it's theirs or not. I mean, we do have some residents, I mean, the mayor just awarded one of our residents for walking around the community cleaning up stuff. Everyone should have that mentality, especially all our business owners, 100%. Because we shouldn't, as a city, have to remind business owners every couple of months with a letter. I mean, they should know this. They're all adults, they own business, they're making money here. They should just clean up on their own.
But it's not gonna hurt sending one letter showing where they're supposed to be cleaning. Because a lot of businesses don't know they're supposed to clean up on the curbs.
We will.
We get
we
a
will continue.
sidewalk, but at least sending a letter, and then when you guys, give them a ticket, and they give us a call, well, it is what it is. They send you a warning, they send you a letter, you're supposed to clean around your business. It is what it is.
It is
After
an
you guys-
ordinance,
We
3 feet,
we
Yep.
certainly
See,
have.
a lot of people don't know that,
3 feet, and
but people don't know
all
that.
property owners have to clean 3 feet into the street.
Yep.
And there you go, and I guarantee
we
you, a
will
lot
and
of
we will
businesses here
continue
don't
to
even
do so.
know that. Yep. And that's, send that letter.
Absolutely.
In details, show them where they're supposed to be cleaning up, and then we go from there. At least we have send details of how to clean up, so they don't have no excuses if they get a citation.
All right.
Mr. Chair,
Councilman, go
one
ahead.
small thing.
Yeah.
So we need a couple of example. If anybody, like take the coffee and bag coming out and throwing in the parking lot at the street, if any court enforcement, any police officer see, if we can make 1 or 2 ticket, it is a state law, not even city. And it's example and go through everybody, then people not gonna do it again. So right now people doing that, like a hookah shop,
So littering is
and
basically.
just doing that. If police see or any court enforcement see, and 1 or 2 write ticket, and all set.
And then also, Mr. Chair, if you don't mind,
100%.
and then also, I think some areas, I think the city needs to place a garbage can. And Joseph Campo, I think there's places that the city should install garbage cans in some of these areas.
We can certainly add more. I mean, if council thinks of a good spot where you think we might need one, we are not opposed to adding them. We have quite a few of them, and we're happy to put more.
Oh, I'm not sending the code enforcement or one of the, the department and see which areas that there's a lot of trash for them to put some. Why you have to have a council member do that?
I was just looking for a suggestion if you had one. But
Councilman
we're happy to
Wilson?
do it. We will add more.
Mr. Mayor, specific example, I saw so many times, in front of Aladdin, those garbage can full, it overflows. So if they're gonna full, what they're gonna do? The city gonna pick it up?
I think they're on schedule at least 3, maybe 4 times a week they're emptied. It's a lot. They get filled very fast.
No,
I
I
have an
also,
update I can add to that. What's with the garbage cans, the problem is, and we're trying to enforce it through the rental division, we have property owners here that are not paying for a dumpster. And they're telling their tenants to get rid of your own trash. So they're supposed to have a receptacle, so I'm telling like rental inspectors, make sure that we can verify that there's trash, because what they're doing, literally, is everybody from the apartments is going down and filling up the city garbage cans. Right after they get filled, within 10 minutes, they're full. And we spend a lot of hours every day during the summer emptying these cans. And it's not from just the passerbys that want to throw out a bubble gum or whatever. It's from the tenants. So that's where I'm really trying to crack down on the problem first. That's where the biggest problem is.
We have identified a few over the years. I mean, we've caught them, basically, and shut down that on a few of them, but there's still more doing it. It's just a matter of catching them.
John, I tell the Aladdin owner, if it is full, city don't come, it's your responsibility also as a business owner to change it and take it to your big one. So they're also doing that. So like you say apartment, that owner, tell them, if I catch you, you will be in the big time ticket, but it is part of your responsibility, your people putting there, so you can do it when city not here. It's all our own responsibility.
We really appreciate that, because that is a business owner
Yeah,
taking
you have to do it.
responsibility for their area, exactly what your
Yep.
peers, Councilman.
And your
has
customer is
suggested.
putting there.
You know, I mean, even though we empty them frequently, we can't see everything. I mean, your city staff is busy throughout the day going around, so, and it also helps too. We have no problem if a business owner calls us and says, hey, this one's full. I'll get on the horn with priority and say, hey, I know it's not your day, but run through there and grab it, and they usually do. But yeah, that's very refreshing to hear that Aladdin's doing that.
And also, some of the garbage don't have the bins in them, the rubber, so it's straight to the metal. So I think that needs to be added to some of them.
I'll actually remind DPW to go through and check them, but you'd be surprised how.
We did about 50 of them and replaced most of them.
Yeah,
It might be a couple.
that's like a constant thing
did
for
that
some
late-
reason.
late fall.
I don't know if people are grabbing them and using
Still
them in
in
their
there.
house, but we keep replacing them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we bought 50 of them and just put them.
Okay, let's
Alright.
carry on now. Close the discussion, guys.
Yeah, I think that's enough for this discussion. There no voting, so we are done with this. Uh, Well, I think with this, we come to the end of the new business and we move to the reports. We'll start with my report. I don't have much to say, but I just want to thank everyone for coming today. And Ramadan Kareem to those who fast. I just want to mention that, there's a lot of talk recently about my appointment as an ambassador to Kuwait. I just want to clarify, because the news has been reaching out to me, asking for details, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about my new rule at this point, because I haven't, it has to be confirmed by the Senate first, which I hope it will be. I think I will have a hearing or so. It hasn't been scheduled, but I think I'm ready for everything. Up until I announced running for the mayor, which is the same day when the president called me after I posted my announcement, the position that was on the table for me was senior advisor for Arab and Muslim Americans affairs, which I requested. And for 2 months, I was working on that. I was offered an ambassadorship and deputy secretary of state, but I put them on the side. So, because this is the only position that I could do, going back and forth to the White House and continue to serve as the mayor. After that, in a week, when they started talking to me about the details of the position, I found out that it's overwhelming. I'll be the point of contact for all the people in the United States. I already have, enough burden on my shoulders here. I only have a few hours to spend with my family. So if I become the point of contact for all the Arab and Muslim organizations and institutions in the United States, just imagine how overwhelming it will be. So from that point, I started reconsidering that position. Of course, the president told the team, accommodate the mayor for whatever he wants. So I had everything, you can't miss this opportunity when you have given the options to choose. So I did a lot of research and I just decided to keep myself away from all the controversies and all the hard work. Also, Deputy Secretary of State requires you to be there 5 days a week, which means you can't serve as the mayor at the same time while taking this position. So after a lot of discussion with the family and friends and advisors, I decided to just go with the ambassadorship. But that was after 2 weeks of the president's call. So it was not planned that I changed my mind, because for 2 months I was negotiating for senior advisor. So, and that's what happened. I know some people got disappointed that I may not be able to run for the mayor, so I apologize for the inconvenience for a lot of people. Some people wanted to run, but they can't anymore. It wasn't planned. It just happened that 2 weeks after the call of the president, I reached out, I made my mind and made my final decision. And out of many options they gave me for multiple countries, I just chose Kuwait, a peaceful country, away from the trouble. I think it was the best option that I made after consulting a lot of my friends and advisors and family. And so at this point, it's going to be a new chapter in my journey. I think it will be exciting, hoping that I will be confirmed by the Senate. And I'm ready for the next chapter in my life, which at this point I think I will not be able to run again for the mayor. Unless I'm not confirmed by the Senate, I'll come back. We still have a month and a half, so if they don't confirm me, I'll come back and register to run again.
Mr. Mayor, may I have one question for you?
Go ahead.
So let's say April 27th, you still did not get the Senate confirmation. And that is the last day.
What is,
The,
are you asking, you're looking at?
No, he's asking me.
yeah.
So I
So
think
last day,
Last day of the
It's on the
election.
27th.
what is the date?
10.
21st, 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm hoping from now until then that I should have the hearing.
If you,
scheduled.
let's say hypothetically, you didn't get it, then you're gonna still register to run the mayor?
That's gonna be risky. It's a good question because.
So then you clear people, I'm not running. That's a good idea.
Yeah, well, if until the deadline, nothing happened, I will just make it my decision, whether to run or not. I will make it clear.
Okay.
Because at this point, I mean, I'm being told that
It's gonna be done.
if the boss wants it, it's gonna go through. I mean, as long as I have no violations and felonies and stuff, which I don't. I submitted all my paperwork and everything was okay, hoping that everything would be fine. So let's see over the next few weeks what's gonna happen. Just hoping that it will work out, and I can see a lot of people running already, deciding to run for the mayor position and for city council. I think it's gonna be an interesting election, like you said. There's a lot of people who are interested in the mayor position and the city council. I heard even that some females are running this time from
Wow.
some Bangladeshi community, and which is interesting. I think we should encourage that, and we should have fair representation for the whole community, and we should make this council as diverse as possible. And so at this point, I wanna, I'm still gonna be here, of course, running the next meetings until I leave the country. So, so thank you so much. I want to take this opportunity to thank Hamtramck residents for their support. It was an interesting journey. I think we put Hamtramck on the map. A lot of things that we consider positive. Some people may consider it negative, but that's how politics is. And we think that Hamtramck, this 2.1 square mile that nobody knew about, is now on the international news and the national news, and I hope that our community will continue to make a vibrant and influential community and attract politicians in all the elections. We have governor election, Senate election coming, and then from now on we hope that we continue to work with each other despite our political differences. It's okay to disagree with each other, but we have to prioritize serving our community and respect each other, learn from our differences. I mean, there's a lot of negative media out there, some biased articles written just because they disagree with me about something. So it's unprofessional, it's a shame, very, very biased articles. You could tell when you read them that they are, the only thing missed is, or the only thing left is cussing me out in those articles, which is not professional. But I want to send a message to those people, radical media. I think what happened in the past, pressuring our community to shift to the other side is something made by disrespecting of the disrespectful to our community and to our choices, and not respecting our political views when we disagree with each other. So to change that to a war waged against us is just it just means that you have not learned from your mistakes in the past, and you're gonna pay the price again in the future. I think what happened, the shift in the presidential election was a response to this kind of behavior by some politicians and by the media, radical media. And if you keep behaving the same way, then you're only gonna cause our community to keep shifting away from you. So if you don't wanna fix your mistakes that you have committed in the past by treating our community with respect and respect our choices, then that means you haven't learned your lesson, and the future will hide a lot of surprises for you, and you're gonna keep paying the prices. I, as a person, it's okay. I can take a lot of pressure, and I'm stubborn. The more you push, the more I resist. So if you haven't learned that from the last 3 years, then you're gonna continue to make mistakes. I have a lot of patience. I don't give up easily, and I think our legacy in this city will continue because the community have learned a lot, or community has learned a lot from this experience that we went through. And I'm just disappointed by the radical media because they are very, very biased and unprofessional, and this will just make us very resilient to continue. You can shake your head, that's okay. But that's a message to them because I don't have time to respond to every media. But this is, I think our community will decide in the next mayoral election as well, and I think our legacy will continue in this city. Thank you. With that, I end my report. Next report is for the Mayor Pro Tem, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. And also, from the bottom of my heart, I want to congratulate you on your appointment by our president as the ambassador of Kuwait. I wish it was in Kuwait. I wish it was in Saudi. You could have helped me with my wife's case. Maybe, faster process. But I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We will miss you. I was, thinking about, working again as a team in the campaign.
Thank you.
But thank you, everyone. You guys have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Next, any council report?
Mr. Chair,
Councilman Hassan, go ahead.
first like to say congratulations, and you did very good job. And thank you, even though I was against the Donald Trump, he did the right things. He didn't forget Hamtramck. He did not forget you, and that's the good thing. He kept his word. So good luck.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem was saying the Saudi Arabia, you missed the first phone call, remember? You had opportunity to go there, and you can see the modern dance club also in Saudi Arabia. You missed that. That of, I have to say a reference to your couple of things. Those people, 30 years doing against me anyway, they're thinking, I educate the people. For me, they're not here. It's not. It's the change of the demographic and the population. They have to understand. They are not educated enough to understand the democracy. Every year, 12 or 13 applications in Michigan State against me. Why? What they do? And we don't do against them. Little mistake or little this, little that. No, those people are those people. The hater, that will be the hate. That's why sometimes some uneducated, Facebook educated people don't do this, don't do that. Even they don't know who are you, who I am. Sometimes you very gentle, I'm not gentle. I say, stop it. You cannot be my servant, some of the point. Okay, those kinds of things, if you don't say, those people all day long, nothing to do. Today I'm going to work. I saw the Facebook against me. For what reason? Okay, so I'm not worried those people because they cannot do nothing. We've been proven 16 years right here, and I can come 2 more times, and I can change the The law, I made it, I can bring the board, I can change it too. So the people who are in talking to the Facebook, not knowing nothing, undereducated, showing yourself, be careful, you can go get the lawsuit too. What you're talking, if it is not correct, if you cannot prove, you will be sued for it. But I'm not worried about piece of shit, my garbage, my servant. I'm not worried those people. I have one master degree and one bachelor degree, both of them. So I don't have to worry about those people. But if anybody wanna come to see face to face, after city hall, after council meeting, come and I will show you who I am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, this one is the thank you to the audience. Ramadan Kareem, we're fasting, and say good best of luck to you. I hope your diplomacy go around your boundary and bring peace to the Middle East. And I wish you all the success and everyone. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Musa, go ahead.
good evening. Thank you for being here this evening. And Mr. Mayor, I would like to express my warmest congratulations for you. And I remember from the journey with you, it is excellent. You made the right decision about the last presidential election. And I'm great and grateful that you take me with your journey. From the beginning, I was with you to working together, especially you got the Warren when Trump came in the rally. When you are hardworking, we bring Trump to our small city Hamtramck. And finally, with you, we go to the inauguration ceremony. It's a wonderful moment in time we spend with you, your experience, your serve the community with honesty, integrity, and the best of your knowledge. I'm proud of with your journey, share with your journey, and learn a lot of things from you and the community. We really, really miss you, and we love you. I wish you a new journey goes much, much further. Make you the example for our community and make you our star for the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any, you wanna go ahead, Councilman Sumaili?
Thank you for everyone come today. Ramadan Kareem for the people fasting. I want the Mayor Amir Ghalib, Dr. Amir Ghalib, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know the city is gonna miss you. Make the city beautiful, make the city go up. Thank you, Dr. Amir Ghalib.
Thank you.
And thank you for everyone.
Thank you everyone. Go ahead, Councilman Sadman.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. Ramadan Kareem, and we want to congratulate our Honorable Mayor for his new position. We hope through your diplomatic skill and negotiation and communication, you can bring peace in the Middle East and people for Palestine too. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Thank you. And with that, I just want to share also that President Trump just announced also appointing another Arab American person to be the ambassador in Tunisia. That's Mayor Bezzi of Sterling Heights.
Wow.
So that's historic, 3 ambassadors of Arab Americans for the first time in history in a U.S. Administration. And maybe there's more to come. And there's a senior advisor who's Arab Americans. That's historic. It never happened in the history of the U.S. So with that, I want to also congratulate my friend Mayor Bezzi. He was very supportive during the presidential election, and good luck in Tunisia. So thank you, everyone, and Ramadan Kareem again. And we move back to the public comment. I was going to say thank you.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, you gave President Trump the Arab American and the Muslim American vote, and he knows that, and I'm glad he delivered. What caught my attention is when you guys were talking about the trash and stuff, when the city gives tickets, Max said some council members come back and try to help those businesses, basically to cancel the tickets maybe. If you guys spend more time on working for the city instead of working against each other, we would be in a better place right now regarding the issues that's going on. And given the tickets, like you say, given citations, Max, and the city given citation, start with 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000. And I bet you any money, they would do it themselves. So I think you guys should raise the amount of the tickets to hire and have the businesses responsible all the way from Hamtramck Drive to Carpenter and from Buffalo to Dick Winder. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Blasey?
Hello, Mayor and Council. I just wanted to acknowledge, related to the trash discussion, that Hamtown Trashies is a volunteer group across Hamtramck that does regular cleanups. And during the Punchki run this year, we cleaned up, I personally, me and my boyfriend cleaned up over 1.5 contractor bags full of trash just from Poland Street. And so I wanted to acknowledge that in the leadership. Max Gilguinness, who also works in the CED office, organizes a lot of cleanups, even separate from beautification and other initiatives. So I wanted to acknowledge Max, but then I also wanted to remind all of you of part of your role as public servants, that it's important to know the ordinances, and part of our job as active community residents is to communicate what those rules are with our residents, with our business owners, through relationship building. And that's a lot more effective than throwing tickets at people. And I know this is always a sticky situation. People say we need to issue more tickets, but then we have empathy for people who get tickets, and it's a back and forth. And so there needs to be a happy balance there. And I think the role of our elected officials is really to help communicate the rules of this city out to residents and business owners. I would also like to congratulate you, Mayor. And I'd like to also thank you for your explanation of kind of, your thought process and how you determined to choose to go to Kuwait. And I wish you the best in the Senate hearing and what comes next with that. And also Ramadan Mubarak to everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Tanel. I have a family.
You can go.
Salim Lutfi.
You can stay for 5-10 minutes.
What?
You can stay for 5-10 minutes.
No,
I appreciate
I don't
it.
have to.
I'm just asking. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
On your new role. You made us proud. We're gonna miss you, City Council. The reason I'm here today is the fact that one of our elected officials, Mr. Hassan, do not know how to take public criticism. He made a post on Facebook about a potential candidate for mayor.
Nangal.
And I decided to post my feedback. Just the feedback. I called it a clown show. That's just the feedback.
Yeah.
He did not like the feedback. So he made a comment on my post. He said, Lodi, I know who you are.
Yep.
He made that comment.
Yep.
My profile is a public page. It has my picture on the profile.
As so.
Yeah, okay. So that means I was not hiding behind the screen in making the comment. So that comment is a direct threat toward me.
Yep.
Okay.
He just admitted it is a direct threat.
No.
Let's put on the
Yeah,
record.
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, Councilman Hassan,
You
let
can
them
learn
finish,
from.
please.
Also, I replied to his comment. It says, Lodi, I know who you are. I said, okay, I have a picture on the profile. My name is there, full name is there. Mr. Abu Musa, Mr. Mohit Mahmoud knows me personally. Then he replied, I'm not gonna hire you as my servant.
Yeah.
He replied that to me. And at the end, he said, go work at a gas station. So that was his comment. I probably sent an email. I don't know if you saw the email or not. I sent it to Khalil, Brother Khalil. This is very unprofessional. That's the feedback. You guys are public officials. You guys should be able to take negative, positive feedback. I may not agree with everything, but I can make comments. You can also respond to my comments professionally.
As my servant. I agree with that. Because you don't have
You
no
are-
shit.
Okay, Councilman Hassan, please.
Yep.
Yeah,
You have
please.
read
Stop,
online,
stop.
YouTube,
Councilman Hassan,
everything is
please.
being recorded. If you want to file a lawsuit, I'll give you my address personally.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're all set?
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry. Abil Ali?
Yep, yep.
Abul A? Abil?
Yep.
All right, 2 minutes.
All right. So just to add on to that, you made, go out to your gas station. As you know, a lot of people who voted for you in this city works at a gas station. You look down on it. You're like, it's something you're above all of a sudden. This is America, just as FYI. Everybody has equal opportunity. You're not above anybody. You're not above the law, you're not the thing. You're elected official. People who elected you to this council, and you're looking down on them. A lot of residents of this city works at a gas station, also, they own gas stations. And you're like, oh, God, it's like it's a joke to you? Another thing is, you said previously...
You have to.
Oh, okay.
Just in
Okay.
there.
Yep. So, another thing you mentioned there is unqualified unprofessionals. You just proven yourself who is unqualified here and who is the professional. You're running a circus show. It's absolute circus. Every meeting you're doing a circus, running a clown show here. Another reason is...
Excuse me, you cannot say clown show here.
Okay.
Behave yourself.
See,
Yes?
carry on.
Yep. So another thing I would like to add to this is that on behalf of the residents of Hamtramck, based on your behavior, I would suggest you resigning from your position.
We're calling for resignation.
Yeah.
Let me
You cannot even talk. Go back there, Mr. Mayor. Excuse me, he cannot sit right there.
Sit down there.
Continue.
All right. Yeah. That's what I like to think. Another reason is you said you had bachelor's and everything. Do you think every people who talks on Facebook and everything, they do not have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree? You're the only one who's educated here? No, sir. You're wrong.
Yeah.
So, based on to conclude this, is based on your behavior and your unprofessionalism in a publicly held position, we would like to recommend you from resigning from your current councilman position.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Okay. Imam Arif Hassan?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to all of you.
Nice.
Mayor, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you.
And I'm so appreciative to President Trump for having good faith in you, as Hamtramck does, to install you as Kuwait as our ambassador for Kuwait. Thank you for all you have done in Hamtramck.
Thank you.
And as you are happy, I'm happy for you, for first Hamtramckian son to be ambassador for some international country out in the United States. This means a lot for all of us, and Hamtramck has been here before us, and Hamtramck will remain, and I hope you will continue to work with your colleagues to make Hamtramck better. Brothers and sisters, you're talking about the litter in Hamtramck. As you know, litter is crime. I appreciate you for that. Hopefully, you will take appropriate things to fix it. I'm founder and president of Two Interfederalization, Commonwealth Alliance, Food Interfederalization, and Ministry of Justice and Humanity. We're organizing Iftar on March 30th, Thursday at 6 p.m. at Michigan State University in Detroit. The address is 3408, Detroit, Michigan 48201. So all of you invited. God bless you. So thank you. I'm thankful to our manager, Max Garbarino, for his great leadership. Whenever I come to any department, everybody doing great job, everybody happy. Thank you, Cousin Rafael, for your input in our neighborhood, for your great job. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Guid, for being with me for Italian TV reporters, talking with them. I appreciate you all for hard work. Continue to keep up. Chief, thank you for your good job and your police. Keep up.
Thank you.
Abdulaziz.
Wait, there's Abdul Aziz and Abdul
There's two.
Abdulaziz Goba.
This would be.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's throw a coin.
Thank you for having me again. I guess I want to input on the trash stuff and cleaning up the city. The city is always our face as a community. And I have experience from my own business in different states. That sometimes, and especially in Tennessee, when you issue a license for business, they give you a paper list that what you have to do and what you are responsible for. For example, you have to be responsible for cleaning up, for making the building looks good, all that kind of stuff. And I recommend the city to do that. If I come to the city and issue a new business license, and it's only one paper to hand it to the owner of the business, and who will be responsible for it. Sometimes you have to sign for that paper. That's one thing. Another thing is to ticket people just right away. I don't think is a fair for either resident or commercial. Have to have some kind of education for the city, resident or who doing business in the city before you ticket them or punish them. Thank you.
Yeah, we made a resolution to give warning before the ticket. So the first violation is a warning always. But if it's repeated multiple times, then no. But yeah, we got that. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, and happy Ramadan and happy Eid to you all. I would like to take the moment to congratulate our mayor for the new position, and I wish you the best luck in this new role. And I also would like to thank our city manager, council members, all the other city staff for the good work that they have been providing to the community. So I really thank you, everybody, and wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ahmed Sharaf?
Yeah, thank you. I came late. So the city is very important to me. I'm not gonna waste the time. That's why I brought my children. So we were at the doctor office. That's not the personal thing. But I love this city. I'm here to congratulate Dr. Amir, and I wish you the best. And I know you're gonna cross the country. We are proud of this, and I know for sure you're gonna make the change because that's your professional. And I know your choice to be in Kuwait to defend our rights, everybody's rights. That's once. And after you go, I wish from everybody, thanking our attorney, Mr. Max. We're not gonna forget our city clerk, the beautiful chief, as she's calling him all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, she says so. I think he get offended when we call him beautiful. Yes, he is. See, a beauty, if you see the chief going out.
2-1.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I mean by the beauty.
Too bad I can't get the cameras.
Yes, the beauty thing, the other day, he was in the cold with his son, secure the city, stay there. You don't know how suffer and how that means in deep to people. Beauty that when he going at night, checking everybody out of his schedule. The beauty when people always, make complaint about him, and he smile and attend every event out of his schedule as a police officer. That's my beauty. 30 seconds, that's gotta be enough. Thank you. Another thing, I hope the election coming up gonna stay out of the Facebook battle. Please, and Mr. Chief, I want you to be more strict with people try to misbehave. Thank you very much. شكرا لك وجزاك الله خير على كل شيء عملته للcity. A last thing that I want to announce, everything what's happening here, I swear together in Ramadan, it wasn't personal. I want the city to stay beauty. شكرا لك.
Thank you.
جزاكم الله خير. Thank you.
That's all for public comment.
Mr. Chief, I think it's the way you brush your hair.
Well, thank you guys. With that, we come to the end of our meeting and we move to adjourn.
My motion?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
7:27,
Don't
please.
need to do the iftar here?
Oh, we gotta take it with us, right?
Yeah.
قدمنا هذول نزلنا. واحد ميشيل عيسى راح لبنان عيسى سمير بلبنان. عين هو
ولا انت ولا البس.
عين هو واحد
Thank you for this. Exit out safely.
bought the phone. I opened it back 3 days ago, last Friday. I still mad from you, but you don't know. You don't care.